Becker, no. Well, maybe, I don't know. Alright. Hello, and welcome back to your Stressed Out Rose. Today, as you can see, there is a line art piece I did, or maybe not line art piece, but more of a event piece. As I said, I am kind of tired. Not gonna lie, I haven't been sleeping well, and well, a bunch of live stuff is getting thrown at me right now currently, and I'm kind of tired of dealing with it, to be honest. But that's alright, you know, that's why we have art to vent. Sometimes, you know, sometimes it's the best way to, I mean, not the best way, of course, there's multiple ways to deal with emotions and such, but for me it definitely has to be art. However, I did say in the last video, or I did mock line art pieces, and if you couldn't tell, that was a parody, that was not real, that was a funny haha joke. But yeah, aside from that, I figured why not do some loose sketches. There's not really much thought I put into these figure sketches. Once I did them, I figured why not draw my 3 OCs, Ray, Lei, and Leo. And yeah, I thought to myself, maybe just do a casual piece. You can see that I haven't really put much excuse me, much thought into the anatomy or the composition. I just figured why not just draw them, you know, and just have them smile at me. I'm just getting sad already. Nah, but you know, just draw your OCs once in a while, especially if you are like one of the people who just draw a lot of OCs, like have like 50 or so on hand, and you know, you start to pick your favorites and just draw 1 or 2 of them. Well, you know, do them a favor and draw your other OCs as well, because they will start to get you know, lonely, and we don't want that. So as you can see, I'm still doing the outlines, and I actually wanted to go for a morning look for Lei, you know, the tank top, the boxers, bad hair, but then I figured to myself, right, when I give the other two, like Lei and Leo and Ray, the typical, you know, their standard outfits, I should do the same for Lei. Although I haven't really decided on a basic look, or not the basic look, but the default look for Lei and Ray. But you know, it's alright to change it up. It's always, in my opinion, it's better to change up the looks once in a while. You know, have their signature things still there, but like, you know, change it up a bit. Just like how they do in, well, for example, One Piece, you know? You get a new outfit for the gang every arc, I'm sorry. Yep, as you can see, I colored not colored, but I made the line art for my characters a different color, the respective color. For green, Jesus. For Ray, I went with green because his eyes are green, and I figured why not go with darker green, because I always end up making the mistake of making my line art too light, so I end up having to go back and double the layer, you know, and then fuse it into one to have it a little darker, make it more peek through all the color underneath later on. And for Lei, I went with the darker blue, and for Leo, of course, the dark red, cherry, Bordeaux, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, this is it. As I know the the neck for Ray, I made it a little too long, but I will fix that at the very end of this recording session. If I do think about it a little more, I believe the primary reason I went with line art is because I was animating before this. I was doing one of the beginner exercises, namely the head turn animation. Yeah, I think I should make a separate video on how I got into animating. It's not really like professional, of course, because I'm just starting out with animating, and I just did like 6 frames or so. Yeah. Anyways, you can see my line art isn't really clean. If you look up some line art artists like, let's say Simz or Ethan Becker, I mean, yeah, okay, he's an animator, so of course he opts for a line art and more shape-based art style. But yeah, also an artist I found recently who goes by the name of Ayubs, I believe. That's how she's pronounced. Yeah, well, she's awesome. I love her art style very much. And all three of them use a cleaner line art style. And, well, for me, I have a very rough line art style, which is mainly because I use a pencil brush. So the texture will automatically be much more sporadic in contrast to, let's say, if I was using a G-pen brush. Yeah. But also, I am more of a illustrator kind of artist. So or like, of course, that doesn't necessarily have to mean that I don't use line art. But, you know, rather than using a line art based art style, I often go more for a painterly look, which you can, by the way, see right now on screen. I'm coloring the line art sketches as if I was painting, essentially. Yep. So, I mean, yeah, I'm using my go-to brush to color, my goatee brush, and yep, as you can see, I'm using a lot of reds, purples to contrast, to complementary colors, and really, I do think that animation has impacted my art style a little bit. On like not the art style, but the way I think about things now. Because when animating, you definitely want to go for the simplest shapes. Because if you do the traditional frame animating, you have to draw the things over and over again, right? So you don't want to draw every single thing or like every complicated shape over and over again. So what you do is simplify everything, which is not something you do when, say, doing a illustration. When illustrating, you want to put as much detail as you can and like have certain things in focus and other things not so much. But yeah, when animating, you really want to go for the simple shapes. And let's just say I did not really consider making the hair a simple shape. As you can see right now with Leo's hair, I was basically doing the roughness. Thank God I didn't color it, honestly. I think coloring my animation would have been a nightmare. In general, I stopped like using guidelines. I think, no wait, not guidelines, sorry. But what I meant to say was, back then, let's say 2 years back or so, when I was doing line art religiously for my illustrations, I always struggled with the hair part because I was like, oh damn, I can't like go out of bounds here. I have to stay in the shape, and I kind of felt like I was limiting myself with that method. And what I do now is basically, I mean, you know, I go for the painterly look, and when I draw hair, I just go ham with it. I can just let my imagination go and flow, and can do like a million loose strands. And can I just say that I really like the dark lips on Leo right here? I maybe should have just left it a little dark like that, because I'm going to go back and lighten it up to a more natural skin color tone for the lips. Yeah, not so much for the animation. Perhaps I really should do a separate video of how I did the 3 animations, I believe I did, yeah. Whatever. Let's switch the topic real quick. Grab yourself something comfy, because the weather's, over here at least, getting a little colder. I'm already wearing my winter fits, which is way earlier than I expected in this time of year, but we'll just have to make do, I guess, right? So, I quickly want to talk about the coloring of it. My last video, I mean. I really did not explain too much about how to color things, and I was way too gassed about things. I was way too energized and did not give cohesive advice which I want to apologize for. So what I will be doing is, or rather what I want to do is a complete coloring tutorial. I hope I don't eat my words, honestly, because I know myself, I'm just gonna go about like a few weeks forgetting that I ever wanted to do a coloring video, but trust me, I really do want to do a coloring video. And if I not if I not end up making a coloring video or like a how to color video, I definitely want to explain my coloring process, at very least that. Yeah. So yeah, again, sorry if you were a little confused by the coloring video and it was definitely more meme and jokey filled. Sorry. So the next thing is actually I have ended my relationship with Spotify Free and I'm back on track with the Spotify Premium service, which I'm very happy about. Because honestly, I've missed just being able to choose the songs I want to listen to on my phone. Because let me tell you, YouTube Music isn't that great of a service in my opinion. I don't know, I just had a definitely a worse experience with that. But now I'm back on track and have the good quality music even on my phone, on mobile data. On phone, yeah, it's just really a good feeling. Let me just tell you though about the few artists I listened to while I had no access to my Spotify Premium, which was also in the time frame I created those 3 loose sketches, paintings, drawings, whatever you want to call this, line art pieces of my 3 OCs. Cause I gotta say, although I had a bad experience with YouTube Music, I have to say I found a few gems. I honestly did. I was mainly looking for a more classical music vibe when drawing this, because I was feeling, it was a vent piece, and usually when I want to vent, I just want to listen to something very relaxing and chill, and that is not lo-fi. I just feel every art YouTuber has some sort of lo-fi going on in the background nowadays, which is obviously fine. I mean, I listen to lo-fi myself, but that's very rare actually. I just prefer more vocal tracks with more diversity, and yeah, but I gotta say, lo-fi tracks or beats and those 24/7 lives on YouTube, they are very good to study to or even read to. They are very relaxing, and I believe it's because they're so monotone, it's just nice to like have them as white noise in the background. Yep, that's just my 2 cents there. But I did end up finding something which, was to my liking. Namely by the artist theCecil. Cecil, I don't really know how to pronounce their name, but it's a collaboration between theCecil and Isaak Wolf. I really don't know how to pronounce names, I'm so sorry. But yeah, they had a collaboration which was the album of Isaak Wolf, and you had some moving background art by theCecil, and this album, let me just tell you, it's immaculate vibes. The video is titled, I'll link it in the description below if you want to check it out. It's called When You're Drawing Alone at Night, Calm Stasis, BGM album animation. It is phenomenal. I love the vibe. It just really speaks night to you. I don't know, it's just really nocturne melodies. It's beautiful to get your thoughts lost into while you just paint away, and essentially that's what I did. Not with this piece, but just some loose sketching, which I, as always, did not record. I don't know, I'm not big on recording the sketches, maybe because they're not that great and I don't want to show them. But here's a little bit of advice actually. So we have a little bit of advice in this video, and you can take away something from this if you are a beginner artist. Upload or post wherever, just show the world and yourself, more importantly, your sketches, your failed artworks. If you are, strong enough to do that, just post the bad ones as well, because it will empower you. You know, nowadays we're all just, you know, grinding. I feel like nowadays it's just a lot more pressure to just put out good quality things. I mean, it's obviously now in quotes, right? The good quality depends on the person. I mean, someone can just praise the Mona Lisa for being the best art ever created, and someone else just can come by and say, nah, I think it's kind of mid, not gonna lie. It always boils down to personal preference, right? Even if you have the objective parameters. However, what I wanted to say is, post the bad artwork, the ones that you don't like, and then just keep drawing. Eventually you'll look back onto the bad ones and you'll feel the growth. You will feel some sort of empowerment, and it will push you to even get better. I'm sorry. That's at least what helped me. I did a Eren Yeager piece once, and I actually took it down because I thought it was really my worst piece I've ever created in my art career, and I took it down and I actually deleted it off my laptop because I was really embarrassed about it. I wish I hadn't. I might have to pick on my smartphone though. If I have it, I'll put it up. And essentially I was so embarrassed by it that I couldn't really look at it anymore, so I ended up deleting it, and 1 week after that I did a second Eren Yeager piece, which is, well, I don't want to praise myself or so, but I really gotta say, you can see the difference. If you have them side by side or look at them one after another, you will definitely see the improvement. And well, to know that there was only 1 week between them, it's just really incredible. It just says a lot about your headspace and everything, your thought process as an artist, because a lot of your mental state goes into your artwork, I believe. At least that's the thing about me. When I was doing these 3, when I was drawing them, I mean, I still feel a little distressed, and you know, just drawing them made me feel better, so you know, I gave them the smiles. Originally I didn't want them to, you know, look that happy. I just wanted them to reflect what my inner feelings were like, but you know, you're really not supposed to hold on to bad feelings. I know it's very hard, and emotions are hard to control if you can't even control them at all. But you know, if you're sad, just try to get not sad, just, you know, or even if you're like complaining about a really bad thing about your life right now, it's really better, and you will learn that with age. It comes with age, I believe. Try not to hold on too long onto that feeling of like misery or grief or whatever it is that upset you. It just really holds you back from growth. And yeah, I don't know, I should do that right now actually, but I've been getting better, so no worries there. Anyways, that was the segment about music, I guess. We kind of went off topic there, but hey, when did I not go off topic? When did I not go off topic when talking about anything, really? Anywho, you can see I am painting, yeah, raised lips, there it is. I made them red, the skin tone, as I said in the beginning. And the neck is still too long, but that will be fixed, no worries. Alright, another thing I wanted to talk about was the correlation between artists and money. Cause recently I've watched a video where the artist explained that PayPal is very bad and very yucky towards artists. Apparently the chargeback function is nastier than ever, cause there have been occurrences where the artists got charged back the money they have been paid for the commission they had actually delivered, right? So if you don't deliver the artwork, obviously you're gonna get charged back because no one's gonna pay for nothing. But if you do deliver the artwork and you still get charged back without reasoning, and that can happen, that's just foul, really. That's really sad. Bad move, bad look on PayPal. However, this kind of saddens me, because I thought about maybe doing art professionally, and just a thought of maybe sustaining myself and my life with just my art, that would be very nice. But also I think to myself, I don't know if I have the drive to put in the effort to really quote unquote bleed for it. you know, just I would love to do art for a living. I think, you know, if I had the opportunity to like really go for it with Patreon and stuff, I think I would put in the effort for it. But right now it's just, you know, I I wobble between I'm just doing this for the hobby and maybe, you know, pedal back and just say I really want to be an artist. Yeah, that's just me being, you know, that's just, I think I'm at the stage where I'm between, you know, child and adulting, you know, and just trying to figure out myself. But that is, you know, a topic for another time. Yeah, quick topic I want to talk about is the folds. I'm kind of proud of myself how I did the folds for the 3 of the characters here. I believe I kind of upped my fold game. I don't know how I did that, but oh yeah, wait, I said this in the coloring video where I really famously, well not famously, but very badly explained how to do folds with the dark, light, the dark. You could see that on the sleeve right there. I basically meant that the folds or the parts of the material where it's actually folded, that will be darker, and you will have a little of light surfacing on the area between 2 folds. I don't know. You know what? That's definitely something for the coloring video. Yeah. Anyways, that's it. Yep. Here's the finished product. I hope you like the characters. I hope you love my OCs just as much as I do. And I hope you enjoyed this more casual talking video. I hope you have a great day and take care of yourself. Drink plenty of water. And, yo, if you liked the video, please consider leaving a like or maybe even subscribing. And yeah, I hope you have a good day and vibe really nicely. Love you. Bye.